Hey guys, Market Thursday. Yesterday was a very good day for us. Everyone has been winning all around. Today I'm having a hard time compressing my list because if you notice, the 2 days before yesterday and the other day, almost everything in my recommendations were winning, and because they're winning, even on my watch list, they've been hitting the requirements I've been looking for. I'm having a hard time compressing all of them into my top 10. So today's list is gonna go way beyond 10, but I think it's okay. I know you've done your technicals, and I just want you to use this as a guide, as a second opinion for your trade today, Thursday. I hope everyone is doing well on their ports. Just send me a message if you need any help with your ports. Anyways, let's get down to business. Number one on our list is, let me make sure everyone is seeing this. Here we go. Oops. All right, here we go. Number one is Vol. This is what happened with Vulcan yesterday. Let me just pull my recommendation last February 7. Vulcan, Bollinger Band was triggered and constricted, and it was yesterday. So I recommended it yesterday. And then if you went in, you would have won this much right here. I didn't go into Vol, but if you did, man, you were a big winner yesterday. It went as high as 27%, almost 28%. Just in the morning, this would have been a good spot to sell out. And then after hitting that resistance, it went back down and stabilized at 0.97. Today, I'm still recommending Vol because it's still above it's still hitting its Bollinger Band, and the volume yesterday was very good. So I think this is going to propel the stock today again. So Vol, I want you to look for a bargain at 0.93 right here. It will start here. Hopefully, it will not go as strong as this yesterday. Hopefully, it will still go down for a bit at around 93. But if you wanna get in right away, 0.97 is good. But as much as possible, try to look for a bargain here at 0.93. So that's for Vol. Number two on the list is URC. Look at URC after these red days. Bollinger Band was triggered. The next stick is a green one, and then this happened yesterday. So good recovery for URC. For those like me na ipit sa URC, this is a very good opportunity. And not just that, after the trigger, look at this. Dividends. Come on. X date will be on February 21, 2018. So I think this is going to propel the stock more, because people are gonna be getting more stocks for URC for this dividend X date, which is on Feb 21, which is near, very near. Number three on the list is CLC. Sorry, excuse me, CLC. Let me see if I recommended CLC yesterday. CLC. No. CLC is not in the recommendations, but CLC is in the recommendation today because it's officially on an uptrend right here, even if the market sold off the past few days. CLC recovered already, and we have a new support level right here. The volume yesterday was decent enough for this to go up again. Resistance is still very far away right there, so it's a good time to enter CLC. You can look for a bargain at around 8.88. CLC, what else about CLC? It's above MA20. That's one of the triggers why I recommended this. This is a very good stock to get into. It did a pullback after this very strong movement right here. The pullback is here with the market regressing, and then still it was able to recover after that. So CLC is very strong. This is a very good stock to get into. Next one is Bloom. I recommended Bloom yesterday. I almost forgot about this until somebody told me, what about Bloom? And then I saw Bloom again, said, how could I forget Bloom? But anyways, yes, Bloom yesterday was on its uptrend support. And I'm glad I recommended Bloom yesterday because look at that. Uh, when it got when it started at the opening, it already gapped up and then stopped at near its resistance right here. It's already a new resistance. Actually, it did a breakout right here. This was the previous resistance. Let me get a horizontal line. This is the previous resistance. It did a breakout, so get in at this level. Stop loss. Please set a stop loss. Don't forget to set your stop loss at around this level right here, 12.57, just in case it fails. But I think this is not going to fail because look at the volume. It's been increasing the past 3 days, even if the market has been selling off. Right? So, next in the list is, bibilisan ko na lang to because there are very many in the list and I don't want the video to be very long. Next in the list is DNA. If you check DNA, my recommendations yesterday for DNA is look for a bargain at the uptrend support. And true enough, let me get the uptrend line. Bam! How beautiful is that? If you waited for it at the uptrend line, it did open at the uptrend line, so that's a perfect entry. It did go up a bit, and then went back down. Volume is not that much, but it's pretty decent. But this should be enough to, what do you call this, to propel the stock back up. It's still well on its uptrend, so I strongly recommend DNA too. Next is, sorry, everyone's favorite, the past few days now. Alright, so ito yung hinihintay ng mga tao. What about now, Sir Lloyd? What do you think about now, tomorrow? Let me just draw the uptrend line. I recommended now yesterday. Let me pull up the recommendation I did yesterday. Get in now, only on a breakout, strict stop loss as this is extremely volatile. And true enough, it did break out right away yesterday. It opened way above its breakout point, went as high as 7.68, right? And then when it hit that resistance, it started to sell off, even negative, lower than its opening price. Right there, it closed at 6.83, around 6.83. So I still recommended this because even if it closed at that level, it's still a breakout from the other day, right? So that's why I'm recommending now, but I'm not pretty sure about this stock. I'm recommending this because of the hype. I'm not saying it's the third telco, but it's just because of the hype. This is going to be fueling the stock a lot. If you want to get in, just put a strict stop loss at around this level. You should be okay. That should put your risk very low. But with the volatility of this stock, this has a tendency to go very high up, and your reward to risk ratio will be very good. Anyways, next up is ANI. Let me put this on full screen. Anyways, yes. So ANI, I recommended ANI yesterday too. ANI, sorry, yeah, here. ANI is on a flag pattern, aggressive approach on a breakout, set stop loss. That was my recommendation yesterday. And what happened to ANI yesterday? It failed to break out. It failed to do a breakout. Where's the full screen? Here it goes. Okay, it failed to do a breakout. Actually, if I zoom it in, it did break out a bit. Yes, it did break out a bit yesterday, but failed and then closed at very near resistance. So it's the pattern is still there. So I'm still recommending this on a breakout tomorrow. Aggressive approach on a breakout. Just set a stop loss again below the resistance. Right? So that's for ANI. This is a very thrilling stock, but I think when this breaks out, it's gonna be very healthy because look at the volume the other day. The volume the past days is very healthy. The stock is still not that overbought, so that's still very good. Anyways, next up is another favorite of the people, TBGI. TBGI is still on an uptrend right there. Let me see TBGI's performance yesterday. So yesterday it rose 0.01, but it went as high as 0.72, which is very good. After hitting that resistance, it fell back lower than its opening price, but still it's an increase of 1.59%. Why am I recommending this? It's because it's still resting beautifully on its uptrend line right there, and with the hype of the third telco, everything is just fuel for this stock, really. I mentioned that ECP, whenever ECP goes up, TBGI goes up. Actually, it did today when ECP was winning. TBGI was winning. ECP, as for ECP, I'm recommending ECP because it's still on its trend line. It did a good bounce today after it did a pullback, and the support line is beautifully there. ECP is well on its support. The what do you call this? The hype is gonna still fuel ECP for this. There was a news yesterday though. ECP was not included, so that's a red flag for ECP. So be very careful if you get in ECP. I'm not including ECP in the recommendations today because of the news yesterday. Not including ECP. Next up is ATN and ATNB. I've been recommending ATN and ATNB the fast few since 2 days ago. It's because it's on an uptrend and it's resting well on its uptrend line right here. If you want to go into ATN, look for a bargain at around this area right here. 0.58 together with ATNB, of course, because these two stocks are has the same pattern really. Sometimes nauna ang ATN, sometimes nauna ang ATNB, but basically they're the same. ATN, look at that candlestick of ATNB yesterday compared to the candlestick of ATN. They really look alike. So if ATN goes up, ATNB will go up for sure. Just a review on that. If you want to get into ATN, look for a bargain at around 0.58. Next up is ALHI. Okay, ALHI. I believe I recommended ALHI. ALHI. Yes. ALHI was recommended yesterday. I had no instructions, but I would strongly suggest you get in ALHI at the support level, and look at that. It did hit the uptrend support and then bounce when it hit that, so it's now nearer its uptrend line. Still on an uptrend. Volume when it did a green one is very high. So I think this area right here is the best entry point for ALHI. It's been doing the past few days. So ALHI is a good recommendation. Next up is LIHC. Oh yeah, let me go to ALHI first. If you noticed, after ALHI hit above MA20, and then the next day it hit the Bollinger Band, this is a good signal that the stock is on an uptrend. It did pull back, but still, because of this trigger right here, it showed that it is on an uptrend, and the Bollinger Band really did not fail us on this right here. ALHI 60 around this area right here. Get in at that point. Anyways, next up is LIHC. Alright, so I remember recommending LIHC at this level right here because the Bollinger Band is constricted and it's already above MA20. It did pull back a bit, but the next day it did a huge win. And then after the red days of PSE FEI, LIHC has been um, doing a pullback, but look at this right here. LIHC is still above MA20 and it's very near its uptrend already. So if you want to get in around this area, 0.70, and then stop loss below this support right here around 0.68 or 0.67. That will make your risk very small, and resistance is still way up there, so your reward is very high really. Also, I recommended LIHC yesterday, officially on an uptrend, bargain near uptrend support, and you see what happened beautifully. I recommended it yesterday and wait for it at the uptrend support, near uptrend support specifically, and it did stop near the uptrend support, and I think this is gonna go back up again. All right, so next up, NRCP. I'm not sure if I already mentioned NRCP. All right, so NRCP, yeah, I haven't mentioned NRCP yet. NRCP right here, NRCP. All right, so NRCP after a pullback is already on an uptrend again, right there, and it's very near its uptrend support. So NRCP is a very good, it's a very beautiful stock to get in right now. After the consolidation right here, it did go up and do a breakout, did a pullback, but now has signs of buying again, so it's a good sign to get in. If you want to see the slow uptrend of NRCP, is right here. Basically, it's still far away really, but because of this consolidation, I usually consider consolidations as a reset of the uptrend. As this right here, what happened is I believe this is a downtrend when this happened, so I'm resetting the uptrend from here to here. Anyway, so yeah, it's sitting well on its uptrend line. So should you want to go into our NRCP, tomorrow is the best day to get in NRCP. I have a bunch of things in the watch list. I'm not gonna discuss them anymore except one, PIP. I'm putting this on the watch list because it's still on a bull, what do you call this? Bull flag. Yeah, I did recommend this yesterday. Bull flag, PIP. Yes, it's a bull flag. Refer to the breakout patterns. I did upload a breakout pattern right here. This is the bull flag. It's lowering down, and then its entry point is when it breaks out that tiny downtrend right there. Now, if you noticed, even the volume on the pattern is being followed by the PIP perfectly. If you really want to study it, check it out. Anyways, yes, PIP, if it breaks out this little downtrend right here, let me just draw this to you so you'll know. So if it breaks out right here, get in, PIP, stop loss below the support right here. I think PIP is going to be good for a couple of weeks again after it does a breakout. All right, so next up, I have something to tell you, which is kind of a good news. I really think this is a good news. I believe it's a good news for everyone. I have received a request for a mentorship class, which is going to be happening next week. Sayang naman kung konti lang ang matuturuan ko. So I'm opening 4 more slots. I already have 2 students. I'm opening 4 more slots for that mentoring session. This will be an intensive class for 6 days, 1 hour each, and I will be teaching you mainly how I do my trade, from preparation, how I study, my practices, how I execute, how I practice my execution. Basically, my overall trading strategy will be in this course. So if you're interested, send me a message through Financial Freedom 101 page, and I'll be uploading a poster for this. This is a paid class. This is a paid mentoring class, but it's not expensive at all. This does not mean that I will stop giving out my services to you for free. Everything I have been giving you, all the services I've been giving you, everything still continues. This is just mainly for people who really want to have a more intensive mentorship with me for a faster learning curve in trading. And the proceeds will be used for the improvement of the channel to fuel our advocacy to help more people achieve financial freedom. I'm planning to get the premium account of COL so I can share the inputs I can get there to everyone, and this will help me do that a lot faster. I hope you understand. So if you're interested, just send me a message. Once again, this is Lloyd Bazar. Um, don't remember. Always remember. Let's get rich together. Seize the day. Happy trading.